Generic greetings and welcome to Instruments of Destruction. Today's beverage is a very nice cup of lemon tea. Lovely, lovely. So Instruments of Destruction is a vehicle building sandbox game where you are tasked with making a vehicle from scratch using a myriad of parts in order to complete objectives that are usually destructive in nature, as you may imagine from the title. So things like fell a tower, destroy a building, blow up a barrel, or maybe even just push some cargo containers into the water. It's a game I've played for about an hour, and the main takeaway is that I've quite enjoyed it, so I thought I would do a video of it. However, there is one catch. This is actually not due out until early 2022. This is actually a build that the developer has sent me that I'm able to play. Sadly not publicly available, however there is a demo available, so links in the description if you want to check out what the game has to offer at this stage. There is differences from that demo and this build, but the main sort of beats are there, so hopefully you can get what the game is about. Anyway, that said and done, let's jump in and I'll show you a little bit of the game. Over to one of the islands here, and we'll just go to normal mode. We have a certain objective, which in this particular case is destroy 80% of the building. We have a bonus objective, which is to destroy 3 explosive barrels, and then bonus requirements, which is use 4 or fewer parts from category wheel and use 30 or fewer total parts. I think the bonus requirements and bonus objectives will be tied to score and also maybe part unlocks, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, quick rundown through the UI. Top left we have options for flipping the vehicle as well as our objectives, which we can see there. We also have on the right hand side mirroring options, help, advanced data as well, and controls and such, and also colour schemes. We can change the colour scheme of our vehicle if we do so desire. We also have options for things like expanding and connecting, and we'll get onto that when we get to the building in a moment. And then we have on the bottom left our main tabs and building parts. We've got things like wheels and flight and simple frames, etc. So this is the thing we have to destroy, and well, we have at the moment a cab and a connector on the back, so not entirely a fully destructive machine. If we click play, well, we just drop onto the ground, and that is pretty much us. So let's go ahead and try to get this moving. So I'm going to probably destroy that. I just clicked on it and then press X, but you can also use delete on the top right there, and I'm going to use probably a 6-way connector like that, and I'm not really worried about trying to complete the use fewer parts thing. I'm not really bothered about making that a priority. But let's go ahead and actually put mirror on in this particular case. I want to be a bit interesting and use some angles here, and you can see I place the part first and then I rotate it. So that's how it works. You don't rotate it first and then move off, so just bear that in mind. A little bit counterintuitive, but once you get used to it, it just seems to work straight away. And there we go. Let's go ahead and have on some wheels. Actually, we've also got tracks as well, so we could use tracks maybe. We'll have a look at those in a moment, but I'm going to use, do we have some suspension? We do have some suspension, side suspension, so 1 and then 2. I'm going to increase the strength of these up to strength 3, because this is probably going to be quite a heavy vehicle there, so you can alter things like the strength, and well, when we go to wheels, you can see we've also got different options for that as well. So there's a giant free wheel, but we want a powered one. That's a powered giant wheel. We're going to place that on there. Good grief, that's I've just realised that this is the wrong way. That is wrong. That has been mirrored incorrectly. Let me go ahead and, oh good grief, it's all gone wrong. Hang on, let me just put this part back on there. So place it on there, rotate it round, and then we want to select that and then delete it, same as that one, delete it, and turn off mirroring. Let's see if I can fix this problem. So over to where is it? Not advanced, it is side suspension, so 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, that's fine. Then over to wheels, and we've got a powered giant wheel. I'm going to actually power it from the front, and then the rear will be our, actually, you know what, those are far too large. I think we'll go for, is there a slightly one, steering wheel big? Oh yeah, this is a big wheel, so we'll place big wheels on the back. Those are the steering wheels there, and then we'll have a powered large wheel, if I can find one. Powered large wheel, yes, which will go there and there. And when I click on it, it shows you the controls. You can also alter the strength, so I'm just going to change the strength on the driving wheels to say strength 3. You can change the direction to reverse or normal, and like I say, alter the controls, but it should automatically make this thing work. So there we go, we've stopped, and oh, there's absolutely no traction on those front wheels. Can you see they're just absolutely spinning all over? So I might alter the speed there, and you can see that the wheels on the back are really not having a good time of it. They're absolutely all over and shaking to bits. That's wrong. We need to alter that. So I'll tell you what. We're going to go and revise that, and let's change it so we want controls. Can we reverse it? Rotate 90 degrees. Rotate 180 will probably function, and let's try that. And yes, it is. That's better. So we can actually turn like that. That's okay. So that's actually turning the correct way now. So it's just because of the way I've done it. So if I wanted to, I could just start crashing into things. The main takeaway here is that it's got far too much strength on those wheels. Let's just put them to power 1 like they were previously, and that is a lot more stable. This is far too wide to be really of any use, isn't it? Okay, but we'll see what we can do. So, we need to put something on here in order to destroy this. So what have we got? Well, we've got utility and motion. Utility, we've got spikes, we've got blades, we've got heavy foot, and like, scoops and stuff, and like big digger blades. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll go for... this is where it becomes a bit more difficult. I'm going to probably build from the top here. We're going to put a right-angled section on it, going forward like that in front of the cab. In fact, we'll go down like that, make sure it points down, and then probably there, rotate that twice, and then maybe just put like a big sort of dozer blade on the front. Or we can also use, you got a charge launcher and a chainsaw, so if you want to put a chainsaw on there, we could probably do that. You know what? Let's try that. Let's go for strength of the chainsaw, strength of 3. Yep, that should suffice. And it's a little bit front heavy now. Okay, so press E, it will turn on the chainsaw, and oh, look at that. So we've got a big building there. You can see as it's spinning around, it's got centrifugal force on there, and it's flying out. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead and head towards the building, obviously crashing into everything as we go. I think our vehicle is invulnerable, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to test that theory. And I'm slowly going over to... Oh! Yeah, I was going to say I'm slowly going over to the building, but this chainsaw is absolutely shredding this thing, and... Right, we now have a tower on top of us. Luckily, we do have the power to keep driving through, and I'm absolutely mincing through all of this. This is working out quite well. This chainsaw is really good, but oh, slight problem. The height. I'm not tall enough to destroy. Oh, sorry, I'm too tall. I can't destroy that, and I've got no way to alter this. So I need to change that up. You can see that it is very heavy physically driven, if that makes sense. It's got this big physics system in here, which you can see everything is sort of getting turned into big piles of rubble, which is very satisfying to check out. And yeah, I mean, what we're on at the moment, 62% for this thing, and there's the barrels there. There's one barrel there, there's another barrel there, and oh, there's more buildings up the top right. But I mean, we've managed to destroy a huge chunk here, which is pretty good, but I think we do need to revise this. In fact, I would say we need to revise the full thing. So I'm going to start from scratch, and let's just see. This is where I think a lot of these games fall down, when they are it's very difficult to say build onto, like, sometimes you can't really build that quick, whereas, you know, I think a good measure is being able to build something very, very quickly and cracking on with it. And you can see within less than a minute, practically, we've already remade what we had there. I like these small tracks. These are pretty cool. Oh yeah, look at that. That's good. There we are. And job done. Let's just try this one out. So now it's a lot more narrower. And it's also... yeah. It's also more stable, I think. Yeah. And we can pretty much just use this as a battering ram if we really wanted to. Not entirely optimal, but it's good to revise. And I think I want to... how do I want to do this? You know what? Let's be a bit different. Let's use a wrecking wall. We have a wrecking wall. Obviously, we're not just going to do that. That is one of the options, though. We're going to go for a swivel, and we'll place a swivel on there, This will rotate around that way, and we'll put it at strength of 3. We want to swivel very, very fast. On the end of that, I'm going to place one of these and rotate it, and that's not what I had in mind. Actually, T-section would be fine. There we go, that's okay. And one thing the game has is these different bases, like cables and rope and wire, which is really cool. You have to use intermediary bits first, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be fine. And then on the edge of that, I'm going to put wrecking balls, and then I'm going to destroy all of these. So we've got these floating in midair, but then we can connect up cables. So a cable will go there, and that's not what I wanted. Turn off that. So we'll go from there to there, and there over to there. And we now have a flail. Now, I have a theory on this one. I think that this is far too light for this to function. So let's just turn this on, and I can confirm that, yep, this is far... The vehicle is far too light for this to work, but we will try it anyway. I'm having to hold down G in this particular case to see if this goes. Oh my god, that's not working out as intended. Oh, actually, it is working out as intended when it hits the building, though. Good grief, that's really doing it. But you can see the cable wrapping around, so that's really, really good. That's really good. I mean, I've just managed to wrap the entire cable around myself. Okay, we'll revise that. I know you've got a bungee, but I can't imagine that working out too well. Maybe move this up. I think in the demo, it's a bit better for moving parts. You can shift them all up instead of having to delete them, which is a bit of a shame, but matters not. Let's just delete that and delete that. We'll go up by, say, 1. Actually, can we... One thing about this thing, can we toggle? We can't toggle. Shame. Right, then we'll put our connector on the top here, which is going to be the 3-way split there. And then we're going to expand out with... Oh, look at that. You've got, like, large pistons. Oh, so we could put small pistons instead. Oh, that's interesting. So could we instead use pistons? So let's just click play here. And if you press Y, it will... Oh, look at that. Yeah, it actually... extends the pistons out like that. Okay, fair enough. We're not going to use that though. We are instead going to demolish that, demolish that. We're going to go back to what we were doing, which is these beams. So probably delete that, put mirroring on, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be fine. We'll put we could just let these spikes on the end, or do you want a wrecking ball? I think the wrecking ball was the way forward. Delete those, turn off the symmetry, and then connect them up with, once again, these bungees. So bungee there, bungee... Oh, bungees! Oh, actually, yeah, this is bungee. I was supposed to use cable, but, well, I guess we're going with bungees. So let's just see if this makes much of a difference. So for a start, they are... Yeah, the dragging behind, which... Well, make that what you will. Let's hold G and... Right, it just doesn't work. Bungee does not work at all, which, yeah, I don't think anyone is surprised here either. Let's try that again, but with cables. So cable on there, cable on there, cable there, and then cable on there. Hang on, there we are, job done, and then click play, and we'll try this again. So holding this button, and I mean, it's sort of getting there. It's not crashing into itself now, but let's just see what we can do. So slowly towards the... Oh, good grief, it's getting... Okay, it's getting a little bit... It's getting a little bit squirrely. I think the flail is definitely dictating the direction of travel. However, we are still managing to destroy things. You can see it's actually wrapped round. So yeah, we need to there we go. We need to just let it sort of keep spinning and get more momentum up. That's fine. We're going to work back over, and I'm pretty confident there is a explosive barrel back here, which I think I'm running over it. I am running over it, which is... Oh, we actually managed to hit it. So there's one of these things, and okay, let's just... Oh, right, okay, we managed to actually flip now, but hopefully we've got a bit of a self-righting mechanism. Let's get our Shremek on the go, and it's not working at all, quite frankly. We can steer the vehicle though, which is good. It was a G and F, so we hold F to go the other way. There we are, and yeah, to say this is... To say this is functional would be technically true. However, to say it is overly useful would be pretty much a lie, wouldn't it? Oh, we're so close to being tipped over. Can we just use the edge of the water here to... Well, we are the right way up, but sadly we are, you know, in the water. Okay, so I think that what we could do is remove these and put on some slightly bigger tracks. That might help. That may function. Oh, it looks like the... Oh yeah, the clipping in between each other, and that's all kinds of bad. So we'll delete that. Delete that. Remove these. Probably go back by one. Have that there. Another section there and there. And then we'll have these treads on. Alright, that should be better. Does seem to be a bit better. Let's turn this on. And that's good. Maybe get some speed up first with it, like that. Yeah. And then when it comes in, yeah, that's it. That's it. So don't just meat grind our way through. God, you can feel the force of that when we hit it, because it's knocked the entire tower, well, on top of us, quite frankly. But we are still wrecking it as we spin these round. Other methods of destruction are available, and probably preferable, quite frankly. I love the rope physics and things like that. That's really good. We need to destroy this barrel, but I'm not getting anywhere near it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Cargo container in here is... Oh, hang on. See that? See that? It started to go in the air. So we'll just turn this back on again. Get some more momentum up. A big cargo container there that we are just belting into it. We're not actually destroying anything, sadly. To be honest, I don't think the rope, the cable is entirely helping matters. I think we would be probably better just by having a straight up connection. When it works though. There's that barrel gone. Oh. Right, we're good. We're on 63%. So, just get the rest of this tower down. I think the other part's over here. Tracks are working well. Sadly, we've got a tower. It's down the bottom there. Okay, not going to manage to just hit a little section of that. I'm just going to reverse up, actually, and we're going to head over to the back. Because this is where we got another objective. Alright. Obviously, if you wanted to put like a section in the middle that tilts the entire vehicle, then that is possible. There we go. And get these swinging. Come on. And start destroying. Another barrel in there, I can see. Just trying to head towards. And there it is. So, destroy barrels and destroy building. Yeah. So, we don't actually have to destroy the 100%. We're on 81%. That'll do. So, press space to complete. We managed to get the objectives, the bonus objectives, and the bonus requirements. Good. Let's go back to a different island. Let's try out... let's try Orion here and load this one up. Destroy 4 buildings. Use 6 or more parts from category wheel. Or use 6 or more parts from wheel. And use 40 or fewer total parts. Alright. So I don't think this this vehicle is one I want to go ahead and use, quite honestly. It doesn't seem very great. So we have to destroy all of these. I think what we'll do is we'll probably go for something a bit different. So just basically start from scratch almost. Destroy that, destroy that, destroy that. I'm going to flip that over so we can build on the bottom, which I will use probably, I think, one of those. That's fine. Then flip it back around. And I want to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. And can we... Oh, there's half blocks as well, which is pretty good. Don't think that's really necessary, though. I want to go for 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Hang on, where's that section on? There we go. I was wondering where that went. And we're just going to use wheels on this best we can. So let's have wheels. And we got powered large wheel, which is not going to work. So we're just going to have to go for powered wheel. 1, 2, and oh, they're not going to work either. So sadly, the plan is going to fail. Powered giant wheel, powered large wheel. I mean, I could go powered, and then on the front go for a steering large wheel. Would that function? I mean, probably. No suspension, but oh, it does drive around, and actually it's driving around quite well. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try something a bit more destructive. What have we got? We've got swivels, we've got pivots. Okay. I'm going to destroy that. Go for a one of those. And I think we're going to make powered swivel. Pivot or swivel 90. So that goes that way to that way. Is that it? I can do 180. Okay. What I'm trying to do is make like a sort of turret, essentially. I guess a powered swivel is really all we need. Followed by one of those. And maybe those? That should do quite nicely. Problem is I can't alter the height. Let's go with pivot point. There we go. That'll do it. One of those. 1, 2. That should be fine. And what have we got? We've got charge launchers. That's a grapple gun by the look of it. Cannons. Charge launchers. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Play. So it's a bit front heavy. Let's go ahead and put that on the back. That helps out. So it's T and R to alter the height. Okay. And then G and F to alter the the turret direction. What I don't like is that. See, it's wobbling. See there? It's like it's not like a full static thing. It sort of wobbles all over, and a lot of these games have that, and it really is not a desirable thing, personally, I don't think. Anyway, let's fire charges, and oh, there's charges away. Right, well that seemed to work. Let's try that again. And you can fire as many as you need to, and not just destroy buildings, but also destroy your frame rate. The thing is, I'm actually stuck. But it doesn't matter, because we have... Whoops. We have a tank, essentially, that we can just say, right, over there, fire. That's landed on the roof. It looks like it's stuck to it as well. Nice. And probably just spin that round, turn it there, over there, fire. Right there, perfect. A couple more. And that's it. That is a destruction. Nice. Simple. Good. Right, that's 2 of the islands. What else have we got? We've got Hercules. One over here. Don't know what this one is. What object is this? Reach the marker, less than 20% ruins destruction. So this is a bit different. This is get to a location, but don't destroy anything. And, oh, I don't think our vehicle is really suited for maneuverability, especially when it grabs... I've got to grab the cable. It did say no ruins destruction. Didn't mention about that. Yeah, there's no way we're fitting through that, are we? So we'd have to redesign the vehicle, and most likely, well, we'd probably save this one, so we didn't. So we didn't. Well, we don't have to build it from scratch. But I'm not going to go into it anymore because I think that's fairly representative of what the product at this stage is about. It is about building things to destroy things. There's going to be a lot of comparisons to other games, most notably I would imagine Besiege, which is, I think, a fair point. However, this does share the same DNA, but is different, not just in terms of style, but also in like the actual physics of the buildings and things like that. Overall, have enjoyed what I've played, and I'm very much looking forward to the full game with more challenges, more parts, hopefully a bit more robust things for the physics. But either way, have enjoyed what I've played, and as I said, there is a demo available, and you can check that link out in the description. Out in early 2022, so we shall see what it brings. And I've just realised you've got a massive dumper box that you can place on there as well, so you can actually make a digger if you really wanted to. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this little bit look at the game. If you want to see more, by all means let me know. If you have any comments, then pop them in the comments. Overall, have enjoyed it, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video too. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.